Hi, welcome to my channel. Now, today we are going to discuss about the default route. So, default route. So, this class we are discuss about what is the exact meaning of default route, what is the usage of the default route, and what is the exact using purpose, and what is the meaning of the default route. So, these are discussed about today class. So, we are going to class right now here. So, what is a default route? So you know that before the 2-3 classes we are discussed about the default gateway. So what is meant by default gateway? Default gateway means I connecting with the switches right now here. It will connecting with router. So here it is 1.2. Here it is 1.3. 1.2. Ping someone else, whatever it is. Someone else must whatever it is. It will 1.5 or 7 means 5 or 7. It will not configure in it, but it will send the ping request means it will send the ping request means at the time it will send the broadcast, it will send the packet, it will send the I'll change the color of it. Okay, black color. So it's a broadcast packet of black color. It's sending to him the switch, this sending to reach him. It will drop the packet, because of it if it is not destination packet right now here. So after that the 1.2 having the default gateway here. Default gateway means if it is not configured interface means the packet is sending to the default gateway. At the time the default gateway sending to him, default gateway is sending, and then the default gateway is having to check the routing table of it. If it is not having the routing table means not having the routing table is it's sending the it have the routing table means it will share the another it will send to another way. So if it is not having the um, routing table means it will drop the packet also. Even it's also drop the packet. So it will configure the static routing, it will know the static routing also. So here it is the routing table have, here it is the static routing is also happening here, and the static routing is the packet is sending here it is 2.7. At the time the 2.7 is a static routing means the static routing packet is also sending, here it is also have a static routing packet is here, it is also a routing table right now here. So that's the reason behind the packet is sending to him after that. So here this is a default gateway, so this is a default gateway process. So here it is default route means what is happening here. So now most of the people now we are looking looking the internet right now. This video is looking with the internet, right? So going to so some now my video is playing with your YouTube channel right now here. So now you are in house home, or else you are in office, so you are in some other place right now here. So right now you are in right now. So assume like that you are in home right now here. So you are in home. I draw that home. Okay, so you are in home right now here. Say it's a simple home. So this home have a internet connection right now. So your mobile is also having the internet connection via the router. The router is sending the IP address to him. The IP address is it's a 192 cities right now. So we are discuss about those things also in the IP address classes. We are going to check the what is the exact IP address meaning, what is it. We are go through on it. Okay, fine. Then you are playing the video right now here. So you are sending some request, means something like that. It will google.com, it will go to google.com means you are sending the request to in your router. So in your router, its router is it's connecting with the wire right now here. So it's connecting with the wire, and then it will reach the ISP router. So it is the ISP router. The ISP router configured the default route table. The ISP router configured the default route. Default route means 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 starting IP, ending IP with 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. Via which interface? Via this interface. This interface having the IP address of public IP address. What is it? It is something like that. It is a 200 dot. I'll assume it will 200 dot 1 dot 1.16. So this is a public IP address right now here, means it will configure on it 200.1.1.16 here. So after that it will connecting with the another switch. It is a cloud right now here. So we are discussing about the first class. It's a more and more router. It's a cloud interface, means it's our most thousands of routers here. So you are connecting with the home router. The home router sending a request, means the request sending to the home router. After that sending the request, after that the request is sending to him, because here it is not having the switches. So we will clearly explain on it. uh, Trust me. Okay, so now I clearly explain. Okay, so here it is a home network. So this is your PC right now here. We are watching this video right now here. After that your family friends also having connecting with this network. And then the and then some other person also connecting with the same network right now here. So we are going to type google.com. We are going to type google.com, means google.com means what will happen. It will directly going to reach the destination of home router. The home router connecting with which router? It is a ISP router. So here it is not having the Google. Here it is broadcast right now here. So broadcast, this packet is this is also drop, and this person is also drop, because this person is not having the IP address of net, because this the Google IP address is 192 dot. So it is somewhere it is another one right now you are configured right now. So that's the reason behind it will go into the interface of default gateway. The default gateway to the it's a ISP router, means the default gateway is a ISP router, means the ISP router also configured with 0 dot. The IP route, it's exact command of IP route 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0, and then the 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 via means this way we will go we will go we will go the traffic via 200.1.1.1 200.1.1.1. So we are via the interface. So this interface configured with the 200.1.1.1 200.1.1.1. This is configured with him. So that's the reason behind the Google sending the request, means that's sending request. The sending request, if it is any other IP, means if it is, yeah, this is Google IP address, this is Amazon IP address, here it is not configured, means this is the exact meaning of it. This is not configured in your interface, means if this is following here. So here it is 2.2, here it is 2.3, here it is 2.3, here it is 2.3 right now, here is 2.2, here it is 2.3. So here it will not configured with the interface right now here. So if it is another, then you if you are want to reach reach the internet means if you want reach internally connected with them. After that, if you wanted to connect with another person, means the packet is sending to him. After the packet is sending to the router having the IP route, a default route. The default route is sending the all default request sending via 200.1.1.1. So that's the reason behind all requests sending to him. So the ISP sending the all requests, and then getting a reply to him, it's a default route. So you are sending any request, any request, means that request sending via the ISP via sending ISP having some public IP. So futurely we are going to discuss about the NAT class. At the time we will clearly explain what is the exactly happening here. So at the day we are clearly understand what is the private IP, what is the public IP, what is the need of this, and how will be changes we are packaging. So we are practically do that right now. So we are now you know that what is it exact, what is the IP route, what is the default gateway, you know that, right? So simply, so I am the person I wanted to I am the person I wanted to reach the internet means I am the person, I'm using the PC. I want to internet means that I want to Google Amazon.in. So Amazon.in, it will sending to the ISP router. The ISP router sending to default gateway via reach the internet. I also send some Facebook means the Facebook request also sending the router. That request sending via this interface only this interface only. This interface is nothing but this interface is 200 or 100. This is a default gateway. So default gateway means it's a default route means it's a default route means any packet you are sending, you are going to the inside to outside networks also. The this via the packet is sending, this via the packet is sending. It's a next hop IP address. Here it is, the exact meaning is the exact meaning of the IP address is it's a next hop IP address. Here I here the exact meaning, you are, I know you are not clear right now here. So because it's a little bit difficult topic, so this is PC, this is my PC, this is my PC, this is my home router. It's a router 1, it's a home router, this is a home router, and then it's a ISP router. ISP router, it's ISP router, and then ISP router via we wanted to reach the Google. We are wanted to reach the Google right now. So we are going to configure right now. I'll type Amazon.in. Here it is Amazon. Amazon.in means Amazon.in is sending a request to him. The router, the ISP gave the router also, right? The router having the configured with default route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 via which interface? Via 200.1.1.1. This is a next hop IP address. So this is a next hop IP address. So 200.1.1.16. So here it is the configured with 200.1.1.1. So 10. So 1.1.10. So that's the reason behind its next hop IP address is 200.1.1. So it is this command is configured with in your home network, home router. This command is configured with your home network. That's the reason began you are sending the request means they're sending the request to reaching the home network. The home network send to the ISP network. The ISP network, how will reach the ISP network? This is the next hop IP address. That's the reason behind the packet is sending to him. So this is a default route. This concept is a this concept called default route. This concept is default route. So you wanted to reach any website, if it is Facebook, Google, YouTube, anything if you want to do that, because if it is going to the router is forwarding to the packet into the ISP router. So this is a default gateway. So this is a default route concept also here. So now we are going to discuss about the DNS. So what is the DNS? What is the purpose of the DNS? So right now we are going to discuss about. So what is the DNS here? So DNS, domain naming system. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about DNS. You know that already, right? So we will check the Google Chrome. What is the DNS? DNS server. What is the exact meaning of DNS? Domain naming system, right? So here it is, the domain naming system. So what is the exact meaning of the here? It's a domain naming system. So so now this class we are going to discuss about what is the exact purpose of the DNS, how we'll use the DNS, what is the purpose of the DNS, and how we'll see the exact meaning of here. So right now we are going to the topic. Okay, fine. So DNS means if you want to do DNS means if you are simply said it's a simply said here before that the DNS is one website have wanted to configure means the website have only IP address, right? So if you want to reach some person, if you want, I wanted to reach Google. If I wanted to reach Google means, if I wanted to reach Google, Google have one IP address, right? Here it is 143. So we will check what is the Google IP address. It's a DNS IP address of Google is 8.8.8.8. Google IP address. So here it is, Google IP address is 8.8.8.8 or 8.8.4.4. Here it is a IPv6 address. We will not go in the topic right now here. So here this is a IP address. This is the IP address of Google. So here it is something like that. If it is something like that, here is a Google IP address, and then what is the Amazon IP address? Amazon. So Amazon, every website having IP address. So we will go in the Amazon IP address. So here it is Amazon IP address. Here it is Amazon IP address. This is a public IP address only. This is public IP addresses. Okay, this is a public IP addresses. Okay, fine. It's Amazon public IP addresses. Okay, so every website. So now we know that everyone having having IP address. Here it is 200.1.1.1, 200.1.1.2 right now here. So everyone having public IP addresses. So now we will imagine. So here it is not Google, not here it is having don't have any name means, here don't have any name right now here. So here only IP address means how will know the exact Google. Now we are going to reach Google means type google.com. So before 50 or 50 60 years before, we will only do the IP address only. We will reach Google means type manually 143 1.1.7. It is a Google IP means it will Google IP means it will manually typing the IP address, and will reach the Google IP Google web page, and Google reach the Google web page. If you want to go Amazon means not type the amazon.in, you not type the amazon.in, you wanted to manually type the IP address of the Amazon.in. IP address of the Amazon.in 200.1.1.16 means it will imagine right now. So don't do that. Don't do it. It is not correct. So like that. So it is I'll take the example on it. So you manually typing on it, and then the Google web page is opening on it. Google web page is opening on it. Google pages opening on it. So this is so difficult, you know what? Because everyone how will remind the IP address of it. So that's the reason behind we will go and do the DNS configuration. What is meant by DNS? Domain naming service. Domain naming service. It's a domain naming service means every 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 Google, Amazon, every website having some name. Every website having some names. Some names means if it is 152.168, this IP address belong to google.com. This belongs to google.com. It will change the name. Yeah, people understand easily. The Google is easy, so we are not going to boring. We are configured with the 192.160. If it is 142.168 or something like that, it will not. Now we are not doing like that. If nowadays we are going to Google means type simply Google. The Google having some IP address. So now we are only say the Google website is reachable. How will reachable? So the Google. So I'll change the color here. So now you are typing the Google means Google. You are typing the Google. Google means going to verify what is the exact IP address here. What is the exact IP address of net? Exact IP address of net, and take the IP address. Take the IP address of net, and then it will connect into him. It's a DNS gateway. It's a DNS resolver right now. Here we are going to discuss about these things only. So fine, now we are going to the topic. We are going to the topic. So fine, so here we are going to the topic right now. Here, so this is a PC. Typing the google.com means google.com. Google.com means G. It's a google.com means it will go and check somewhere, and it will get the IP address of net, and then it will simply say DNS is nothing but changing the name, domain name to IP address, and IP address to domain name. Okay, it will change the Google means it will Google change the IP address of net, and the IP address is changed to Google. Okay, so simply we are know that what is the DNS means. The DNS is simply DNS is domain name is changing to IP address, and then the IP address change to domain name. Simply we are calling this via. Simply we are calling this via. So now we are know that now we are know that how what is a DNS, what is a how will work. So now we are going to discuss about how will work the DNS. So route. So I will go the my ncpl.cpl, and I will configure on it. Yeah, I'll go the properties TCP here. So here it is using the following DNS server address. So what is mean by exactly? What is the exact reason here? So what is the exact reason here means what is the DNS server address? What is here is we will configure right now. We will discuss about these things. So every PC is having the DNS table. Every PC is having DNS table here. So here me it's a automatically address. Here I said the automatic address, but someone if you want to do that, if you want to do some IP address means preferred, if you will change, and then preferred DNS means 8.8.8.8, and then okay, it's a preferred DNS means it will send the DNS resolver. So okay, fine. So what is mean by DNS? So okay, fine. So now you are in PC. Your PC having IP address of 192. So I'll check. I'll wrote that your PC IP address of 192.168.1.2. Here it is IP address, and then subnet mask you know that 255.255.255.0. I wrote only 255 here, and then it will blank. And then what is the gateway? Gateway here it's a 1.1. It's a 1.1. It's a gateway. I wrote that. Okay, no problem. 192.168. 192.168. Okay, fine. So after that you will configure those things only before the classes right now. So right now we are going to discuss about the DNS. So DNS here is we are preferred DNS is 8.8.8. It's 8.8.8.8. It means it will not a Google server. It will not it will Google it will DNS resolver. So now I want to reach the DNS resolver. So here it is. It's a 8.8.8.8 means 8.8.8.8 means. So here it is a some router. Some router it will have this interface have 1.1. This is interface having the here it is the cloud. Here it is some. Here we want to discuss about these things before the classes. We are know that what is the exact meaning here. It's a default route. It's a default route. So this route having the default route to going somewhere on it, going somewhere on it. So default route, the default route is going to him. So I simply wrote that. Simply wrote the packet is sending to him, 8.8.8.8, because we will configure the interface, the DNS. So that's the reason behind the packet is sending to him. It's a DNS server, so that's the reason behind we will go Google. Means the Google uh, definitely not knowing the IP address of exact mission, not knowing the exact IP address of Google. So that's the reason behind it will sending the DNS resolver. That's the reason behind it, the packet is sending to him 8.8.8.8. The 8.8.8.8 sending to him. It's a DNS resolver only, not a DNS server. It's a resolver. It's a DNS resolver. So it's a DNS resolver. So that's the reason behind it will send the packet to him. It's a root server. So what is meant by root server? It's a root server. Root server means you have the you know that what is a fully qualified domain. Fully qualified domain means it's a www dot google dot com dot. This is a fully qualified domain. This is a fully qualified domain. Fully qualified domain means everyone having the last have only one last having the dot. Okay, so this is a root server. Root server having all finally dot, having finally dot systems. So that's the reason behind it will ask which one is having the Google IP address. We will send the root server. The root server is send root server have dot. So we will read after that dot com. So after that it will read the dot com. So what is meant by dot com? So dot com means you here it is dot com. So dot com means you will the root server sending to him. It's a TLD server. TLD means top level domains. Top level domains. So top level domain means it have only dot com server and dot com's IP address and dot in IP address and dot org and dot gov. These are the top level domains. So these are the top level domains. So these top level domains having this server only. So TLD server having those details in it. So that's the reason we get the root server sending the root server is sending to him, after that it will read the Google. After that it will read the Google. So I have the Google, I have the Google, I have .com, I have the .com. Here it is the google.com means go and send the Google server, go and save the Google server. It's a domain, it's a domain. So go and search here Google. Here it is having the google.com, google.in, google.org, www.google.com. So many google.com here. So we will check on it. So that's the reason behind it will sending the packet to him. So after that finally the packet is going to www.com. It will sending the subdomain. Subdomain means you will reach the destination of FNet. So www.google.com. So after that you have the IP address of net. So the IP address sending to him. I'll clearly explain. Finally you know the IP address of a net. So after that you know the IP address means the DNS resolver sending the IP address, to him, and then after that it will go into the internet. And after that going to the internet, it will change the name, and after that you will go into the internet. So here so clumsy here. So we will go to move another page and we will clearly explain on it problem. Okay, it's a DNS server. That's the packet sending to him, the root server, and after that TLD server, and after that domain, and after that subdomain. after that subdomain. Okay, here it is dot details having, here it is TLD, it's a top level domains, TLD top level domains details having, it's a .com .in dot. So if it is the packet is sending backward, you will google.com means you will type google.com dot, here it is www. So here it is, we are going to search google.com means first of all dot we will read, after that read the Google, after that read the www. So we will backward, we will open the packet will backward. So that's the reason behind the root server sending to him the TLD. The TLD is sending the .com servers, and the .com servers is Google. The Google have www, Google have so many subdomains. It's a google.com, google.in, google.org, google.payment, something like that. Here so many websites are here. So that's the reason behind we will sending to him. After that you know that what is the exact www.google.com means, the IP address is sending to, the IP address is sending to him the DNS resolver. The DNS resolver resolve the IP address of a net. After that it will going to the internet, going to the internet, you will reach the web server, your user will reach the web page. So we are simply say type Google, where the Google is visible fraction of second. So before backend those all here we are simply say go Google, but backward we are totally, so many things happen here. So it's a DNS resolver, it's a DNS packet here. So what, so now we are know that what is a DNS. DNS means domain naming service. It's changing IP address to domain name to IP address. So you, if you want to reach google.com means you we are know that what is the exact Google IP address right now. So that's the reason behind every PC have the DNS resolver. So DNS resolver sending to him root server, the root server having TLD sending to the domain sending to the subdomain. After that the subdomain having the IP address, the IP address sending to the DNS resolver, the DNS resolver sending the packet the IP address of a net, and then reply from the user, reply from sending the user right now here. So here the user here the user. So this is a basic DNS working. Here is the basic DNS working. So one sec please, I will come. So now we are going to, now we are know that what is the DNS. DNS is simply say the domain naming service. It will change the IP address, it will change the domain name to IP address and IP address to domain name right now here. So we are know the right what is the exact meaning of a net. Forward lookup, reverse lookup. So we know that right. So DNS, so interview questions are the DNS having only for forward lookup and reverse lookup. So forward lookup means domain name to IP address. Reverse lookup means IP address to domain name. It's simply, but so many persons not knowing this answer right. So we will note it here. So no problem. We will forward lookup and reverse lookup. So forward lookup means domain name it's changing to the IP address, finding the IP address, and then finally the IP address changed to the domain name. So here it is the forward lookup and reverse lookup right now. So today class we are discuss about two things. What is it? It's a default route, sorry, default gateway. Sorry, default, what is it is the same meaning right now here. So what it is mean by default route, this is a static route also, we are doing like that. It's a default route, it's a default route, and then the DNS and then default route. So we are going, if you not knowing the exact concept of DNS and default route, means again watching the video and clearly, please take the notes before that. Please take the notes before that. You don't know the concept clearly, means again and again the watch the video, again and again watch the video, improve your knowledge and skills also. So I'll end the meeting, I'll end the video here. So bye bye, take care. We will see the next video on it. Fine, bye bye.